Hey everybody, how's it going? Keith here, Evil Scatman 392. Today I'm going to be blacking out my side markers. A quick little mod. I do have the blacked out tail lights out here, as you can see, which are really nice. It adds a nice feature to it. Really tightens it all up as far as being all black. So what I'm going to do is cover up the red ones in the back and the orange ones up front. Alright. So some of the things that I have that I'm going to need to do this are right here, the side marker tint. They're a little bit different from the ones that I had in back. The ones in the back were really nice. They would just peel off and put on. These have to have water and a squeegee, so they're going to be more like a wet vinyl application. Don't know how well that's going to turn out. I do like the old ones. The other one's much better. They turned out really well. If you were a little bit off, you could peel them off and put them back on. These you have to spray with water, move them, and then squeegee them down, make sure that there's nothing in, and then after that you need a heat gun, supposedly, to take out any air bubbles. So in that case, it seems to be a little bit more work. I don't know how well they're going to be, but we will see. I'm going to try them out right now. So first thing I'm going to do is clean off the lens. Say just to clean it off with some water and towels, and I do have a lint-free cloth that I'm going to use also. Okay? The one thing that they did say, they did not want you to use any alcohol. I'm just going to use an all-purpose cleaner real quick, just one little squirt on there, just to see how that comes along. Get any of the road grime off, any dirt. Okay, wasn't that much dirt on there, so it shouldn't be that bad. Then I'm going to take this smaller piece that's cut out, and it looks like it might be a little on the big side, but we'll see. And then what we want to do is get the water and put it on mist. So it's just a little fine mist. Actually, it's not going to be that fine. Okay. Soak that up. A little windy today, so it might dry off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel back just the edge of it, just so I can get that started. And I'll put that on. Okay, so I can see already that it does overlap on the outside, because it does actually overlap on the inside of the wheel well, which I didn't really clean off that well. So we're trying that. Okay. Alright, so that looks like it's on there pretty good. I'm going to start at the center, go up, squeegee that out, and then down. And then roll it along on the inside. Okay, so I can see that there's some, oh, you know what that is? That's the writing on the marker on the inside that came out and gave it a little bit of a bubble. Okay. Let's dry that off. See how that is. Okay, so I've got a couple bubbles in here. I'll try to work those out with my fingers. Along. So I'm using my nail to make sure that it wraps around on the top of here. Let's see here. You know, one of the things is this is a little too soft. Let me see if I have a hard one. Nope, all of the ones that I have are a little bit softer than this, so let's just keep on working with this one. And I am getting those bubbles out. Except for that one right there. I think part of the problem is that it wraps around. So not bad. Still a little bit wet under there. I can feel some of the moisture coming out. And maybe a little right here. It's a little up. Okay. And again, what I'm using is just my fingernail to go in and bring this around on the edges. So the issue on this is they may be a little oversized. But that looks pretty good. Tell me what you think. Okay, now I'm going to go around to the other side and I'll do, oh actually what I'll do is I'll do the back one now. Off with, again, just a little bit of cleaner on here and make sure that I clean the inside underneath on here, making sure that I get around the letters. Dry that off. And again, I'll spray it down with a little bit of water. And this one here, actually, that doesn't look like the right side. Give me just a second. Alright. This one here. Okay, so what I guess is on that, the front ones can go on either side. The back ones do need to be specific. So went that down again. Again, peeling off just a little bit of the top. Get a little bit more water under there. start squeegeeing. And this time what I did was tried to do the squeegee on the outer edge before I would wrap around this area. And again, it does look like it's all wrinkled in here because of around the letters on the plastic. But no bubbles on it on this side. And then just going to wrap this in, and then there's a little plastic lip underneath here that I'm going to stick it under with my nail. Doesn't seem to be sticking as well on this side as it did on the other side, but still looks good. Alright, give me just a second. Yeah, this one looks really good on here. I just want to make sure that the inside of this sticks so that it doesn't come off. Actually, just use my finger to put the tint underneath this little. Actually, then it just trimmed it off. Nice. Okay, there. Just trim that with my nail. Okay. Still a little wet underneath. Oh, that looks good. Okay, now I'm going to go over and do the other sides. Okay, and again, we're just going to use a little bit of soap or cleaner to clean that off. Spray that down, make sure it's wet. And then again, peeling off just the top. This side's a little bit more difficult because of the sun. Kind of hard to get the right angle on it. But I think it's coming along. Yep. Okay, nice. And with the squeegee, it's a little bubbly here. Oh, shoot. There. That was soap. Okay. Alright. No harm, no foul. Because that's one of the problems of having both containers right there. Okay, good. You know what I'm noticing? That my finger works just as well as the squeegee. To get out those air bubbles. Okay. And again, this doesn't seem to stick as well underneath. what I might end up doing is coming back and trimming this along here if this doesn't stick later. I'll give it some time though. Again, even though this isn't really bad as far as doing the install with the water, I do like the ones that I did on the rear, on the brake lights, because that was just a sticker that you could put on, take off, put on again, take off, put on. This one I think you have to be a little bit more careful that it's not going to be as forgiving. But looks good. And again, just got to get this under here. I'll come back to that in a little bit. Okay, and again, what we're going to be doing is putting a little bit of the cleaner on here. And I actually put the bottle now way over to the side, so I'm not going to use it again thinking it's water. Okay, nice and clean. Get nice and wet. Again, getting the top peeled off. A little low on that. Let me get that wet again. Much better. Okay. Good. And again, finger works just as well as a squeegee. And you're not going to scrape it off with the finger. So it's good. And wrap that around again. Yeah, the only problem is I just got to make sure that when I come back around on this, that there is some moisture built up underneath on the back side, so I have to make sure that that is all out so that it will stick. Other than that, on the outside it looks really good. Yeah. Good. Okay. And then what I'll do is probably come back in about 5-10 minutes, dry it off again, make sure it's pressed down. And then probably 5 or 10 minutes after that, again I'll do it to make sure. So I'll show you around. So there we go. That is the driver's side. Looks pretty good on there. Let's go around and look at the passenger side, which I started on. And this one looks pretty good. Again, just pressing down underneath here. Make sure that that is all in contact. This one looks really good. Yeah. This one looks really good. Okay. And then again here, tail lights. This one was really easy, really nice. And the back. Yeah, looks really good. Let's see how they look from a distance. Looks really good. Not bad. Alright, well that's it. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and if you can, share the video. Thanks a lot.